back to my channel. My name is Laura. Today's Friday, so I'm doing Friday reads. I always share with you what I'm reading, currently reading, what I'm going to be picking up afterwards, next week. On Books-A-Mino, they are doing a readathon called Valentine Readathon, and it is for 2 weeks. It started February 1st, and it ends on February 14th, I think. So it's 2 weeks, and they want you to read 6 romance books in 2 weeks, which is not doable for me. I would probably read 4 out of the 6, but I did start my first one, and it is a book to movie, and the book that I chose, because the movie is coming out on March 1st, March 3rd, I don't know, it's in March. I am reading Before I Fall by Lauren Alva. So I've watched the trailer 3 times, and I really liked the trailer. The book I'm having some issues with. I am reading it. I am on page 258, so I'm reading it. I'm picking it up as much as I can. It's about a girl who's in her senior year, I think, and she is 16, 17 years old, maybe. And she goes through this day. It's February 12th, and which is pretty neat because my birthday is on February 13th. So she repeats February 12th 7 times, and I am on the 4th time that she repeats it. And every time she repeats it, gets worse and worse. Like, I don't know if it's gonna like turn around at the end, but I'm getting angrier and angrier as I read this book. The reason I'm getting angry is because she's doing so many bad things, making very bad choices. Like, there is drinking, and there's drinking, smoking, there's marijuana involved, there is one of her friends, there's suicide involved, and there's oh my god, there's so much stuff. Like, there's sexual content in this book. It just gets worse and worse each day she repeats her day. And I'm like, I want to just take her and grab her and like shake her. I'm like, make better choices, you know? So yeah, so this is how I'm dealing with this book. I am not DNFing it. I want to see what's going to happen. I hope Lauren Oliver turns it around and makes it happier, and like, I hope we learn something from this book. So yeah, it is for mature audiences. There's lots of stuff in here, a lot of trigger warnings and all that. The movie, I watched the trailer 3 times. I'm like, I really like the movie. It looks really, really good. Yeah, so I'm going to continue reading this one. So that's my thoughts on this. Okay, so my nonfiction book, I'm continuing to read The Book of Joy. I haven't picked this up as much as I wanted to because I'm trying to read Before I Fall. And so that's this one. So I'm going to continue doing that one. Then the second love romance book that I picked out is also a book read on Books-A-Mino, and they chose Roseblood by A.G. Howard. Now, I have never read A.G. Howard before. This is my first time reading her, and she is very descriptive. I've read not that much. I read 30 pages, and it took me a very long time to read the 30 pages. The print is written in red, so it's hard to focus on the writing. And I have this out from the library. I did not buy this book, but I'm using this as my fantasy romance book. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get back into this one after I finish Before I Fall. Now, my audiobook. My audiobook, I decided I have a lot of audiobooks on my Kindle, on my phone. So my daughter said, come on, Mom, catch up to me. So I wound up picking up City of Ashes, and I started listening to this in the car, but I'm only listening to this on the way to work and on the way home. So yeah, it's very slow. I didn't get very far. I just started it, and this is book 2 of City of Bones. And it's okay. I hope it gets better. My daughter says it gets better at the end. There's not much action in the beginning. So, yeah, so that's this one. Okay, so what other books did I pick out for romance? Now, these are the books that I picked out. First, I want to share with you the one that they're currently reading as a group. They picked, out of the 6 books that we're supposed to read, they picked one as a group read. And the book that they chose is something I DNF'd. So I do have the book, and I'm hopefully will pick it up next week. And the book is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Yeah, I did read some of this last year. I have a bookmark in there. I have lots of marks in there. I read up to page 139, and then I put the book down because it was kind of like boring. So, yeah, I'm hoping to repick this up and continue on. Hopefully, maybe go back one chapter and see if I want to read it still. So that's that one. Okay, so the other 3 books that I chose, because that's 3. I have Roseblood, Before I Fall, and Amy and Roger's Detour. I have to read 3 more books, which is, I don't know if it's going to happen. So I picked Orange is the New Black because this has been on my bookshelf for a while, and this has some romance in it. So I think we had to read lesbian, gay, whatever, and I think it's in this book. So this is the book that I chose for that topic. And then we have to read a contemporary, but I couldn't figure out which one I was going to read for a contemporary. So I'm picking Naked in Death by J.D. Robb because I have it out from the library, and she writes, she's, I think, Nora Roberts. Yeah. So she writes romance, so I picked this one. And the other adult book that I picked out to read is Dark Lover, which is book 1 of a series. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get to these, but these are the ones I picked out and put on my TBR. But I always change my TBR because I had other books on there. I did have The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks as my movie read, but because Before I Fall, I picked Before I Fall because it's coming out next month, so I just moved it around on my TBR. I never stick to my TBR, so yeah, but these are the ones that I have on the side of my desk, so hopefully maybe I will pick them up and read them next week. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Happy reading, happy romance reading, 2 weeks of romance, so yeah, it should be fun. So have fun, and I will see you in another video. Bye.